Why Steve Kerr must dust off Jonathan Kuminga for Warriors to beat Rockets. When will the Warriors utilize Jonathan Kuminga against the Rockets? The Golden State Warriors' goal heading into Game 1 of their first-round playoff series against the Houston Rockets was to pick up a win. As the 7 seed, Jimmy Butler and Stephen Curry knew that setting the tone early in this series and breaking home court advantage would allow the Warriors to create a lot of momentum for themselves. While they achieved this with a hard-fought 95-85 win on Sunday, the Dubs did so without Jonathan Kuminga. Steve Kerr has made it a point of emphasis to cut down on his rotations for the playoffs, and as a result, Kuminga has been left on the bench for 3 straight games. Before falling out of the rotation, Kuminga's minutes declined drastically since returning from an ankle injury that sidelined him for more than 2 months. The 22-year-old forward has handled his demotion in the Warriors' rotation as well as he could and is staying ready for when his number will be called. However, this remains the biggest question facing Golden State, as Kerr doesn't seem to have a set plan for Kuminga at the start of this series. Kerr even recently went on 95.7 the game and claimed that Kuminga can't be in the same rotations as Butler because of how they play. So what does this mean for Kuminga? After all, he was the Warriors' second-best player before the Butler trade, and he had some of his best performances of the season against the Rockets earlier this year. Winning is all that mattered to the Warriors on Sunday night in Houston, and they did just that thanks to Curry and Butler doing the heavy lifting and combining for 56 points. Draymond Green's defensive intensity also set the tone for what turned out to be Golden State's best overall defensive performance of the season, forcing 17 turnovers and limiting the Rockets' offense. No matter what Ime Udoka and the Rockets attempted on offense, Green and the Warriors had an answer for it. This is especially true regarding when it came to making sure Houston played in the half-court instead of running in transition. Kerr and the Warriors understand that what they achieve on defense will win them this series. That is the main reason why Kuminga is out of the rotation in favor of Moses Moody, Gary Payton II, and Gui Santos. Right now, the plan worked, and the Warriors hold a 1-0 series advantage. But there is a lot of basketball left to be played between Houston and Golden State. At some point, Kuminga will be needed in this series, and this time to observe and reflect will make him the most important player for the Dubs. Jonathan Kuminga's value versus Rockets.
About a month later, Jonathan Kuminga again destroyed the Rockets, scoring 33 points and adding 7 rebounds to his name in a 99-93 win for Golden State. He also had 20 points in the Warriors' NBA Cup loss to the Rockets. In the team's most recent game against Houston on April 9th, Kuminga finished with 9 points and 7 rebounds in 19 minutes. While the Warriors lost this final regular season meeting against the Rockets, Kuminga provided a spark of energy and scoring in his limited time off the bench. He finished the game +9, the highest plus-minus of any Dubs player. Defense will be the focal point of this series between the Warriors and Rockets, but at some point, offense is going to take over. Curry and Butler can only do so much, and with Houston changing their defensive plans, Kuminga is looming as the spark who could put Golden State over the edge in this series. The longer the series, the more important Jonathan Kuminga becomes. Curry and Butler did the heavy lifting on offense for the Warriors in Game 1, but this win was a collective effort. The grit that Golden State played with defensively, and the basketball IQ that was on display in this game created a 23-point advantage and allowed the Dubs to hold on late in the fourth quarter when the game seemed to be slipping away. It also helps when Curry and Butler, 2 of the best closers in the NBA, can ease tensions on offense down the stretch. This was a statement win for the Warriors, but every game of this series against Houston won't play out this way. The Rockets are going to make adjustments on offense, and their size is going to continue to give them an advantage. Houston also has a much deeper rotation than the Warriors and has a lot of young athletes on their team who want to play fast. If there is one thing Kerr and the Warriors don't want in this series, it's for things to get out of control and become a track meet. Curry, Butler, and Green all played more than 37 minutes in Game 1, which is why fatigue in faster-paced games will begin to cause a problem. This is another reason for Jonathan Kuminga to stay ready, as Green getting in foul trouble or Butler seeing extensive minutes will lead to extra opportunities. Perhaps he can't be on the floor at the same time as Butler or Green to be successful, but there will come a time when the Warriors will need speed, athleticism, and effort to go against the 2 seed in the Western Conference. At that moment, Kuminga's number will be called, and he will have a chance to prove his worth to Golden State in the biggest moment. Until then, much will remain the same for Kerr and the Warriors. A Game 1 victory on Sunday night allows Golden State to rest easy until Game 2 on Wednesday, and the course of attack will remain the same. This team's identity since adding Butler has been forged on the defensive side of the ball, and that will be the point of emphasis moving forward. The NBA playoffs are always different compared to the regular season, as postseason basketball is about opportunity. Jonathan Kuminga's opportunity is coming, and he will need to remain patient to be the best version of himself for the Warriors.